talks about the program were that it was a program really based on excellence and motivation. And there's a lot of highly motivated individuals in the CSS Brotherhood, and that's what really caught my eye. And I mean that's what I like the most about it, because they inspire people to reach their full capacity.
Yeah, my first impressions of CSS, really didn't know what to expect. I heard a lot of promises regarding the help that we'd receive, the kind of lectures we'd be able to witness. I was very pleasantly surprised to see that those weren't empty promises, that the expectations which were set at the very beginning were met.
Traveled around, went back to our past.
Jokester Josh, he's very funny. He himself, without any instigation from any other members or team leaders or whatnot, called us brothers, like a brotherhood. And it's the general sentiment of like everyone greeting each other that made me feel, wow, these aren't just colleagues. This is brothers. It's a brotherhood.
What CSS does is that they give you these people and materials and people who will be with you every step of the way, which is something that not a lot of people get, and we're all really lucky to have.
And what are we gonna do in our college years?
Common ground game, when I was on a certain stepping circle, was when Dr. Lester said common ground if one of your relatives or siblings had been to prison or jail. And that I kind of hesitated because I didn't know if I was the only one that I had a family member that had gone to prison. But then when I saw other people, it's like most people probably will or have already had a relative that is going to prison or probably will.
I saw some of my other brothers had a hard time stepping in, and that really sort of, at that moment, it sort of dawned on me that people really do have these different situations, and that in activities such as Common Ground, it's so necessary because it makes people realize that even though they have these situations, that's not what defines them, that they're not alone in their struggle, that there are other people who have the same issues and who have the same common ground.
First time Miles did a magic pick, we were all outside eating lunch, and it was beyond, I don't know what he was doing, but it was the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. Like, he literally made somebody's card like change in their hands.
We all went wild. It was like we hit the lottery. Shout out my man Magic Mike, you the real MVP.
To our future, and now we what are we gonna do?
The team leaders will be very instrumental in the 4 years that are to come at the university. Since they have been through the program, in fact, since they are going through the program, they have that advantage of knowledge, and that sort of knowledge is going to be passed on to us. I think that is the greatest gift that they will be able to grant us.
Team leaders are very supportive, very cool. They're there for you when you need them. They can impact our lives because whenever you need help, you can always go to them. If you have trouble in classes or probably in life, you can always go to them. They're like your big brothers.
Toby, our president, is very leader-like. He knows he's not necessarily a leader in that he garners followers. He produces more leaders.
Initially, I thought Dr. Lester, well, first look at him, I thought he dressed pretty stylishly, looked pretty alright, seemed pretty uptight. Not in an uptight way that he'd call you out on anything like this or anything like that, but uptight in the way that he wouldn't take no for an answer, that he wouldn't take anything less than excellence or anything less than the best that you could do.
And one of them was sitting next to me when he walked in, and he leans over and he's like, look who comes in, it's Dr. Style.
Dr. Lester, in one word, smooth. Epitome of professionalism. Ever since I saw him from orientation, I knew I wanted to the image that he embodies. That's something I want to strive for.
Working hard and not letting anything pull you down or distract you from what you're trying to achieve, because they're your goals and nothing could change your goals but yourself. So you always got to remember that you set those goals for yourself and not for others. So success is basically striving forward and trying to accomplish whatever you have set in your mind.
And now we ask, what are we gonna do to be excellent?
Thanks, Mom and Dad, for forcing me into this program. Even though I said it might not be in my best interest, I was wrong. You were totally right.
Thank you for pushing me to this program, Mom and Dad. It's an experience that I'll cherish forever.
In our college years, we'll stick to CSS.